Distributed Database System presented by Rupali Banerjee. Today we will learn Distributed Query Optimization. Query optimization is the process of selecting the most efficient query evaluation plan from among the many strategies usually possible for a given query. Query optimization expects the system to construct a query evaluation plan that minimizes the cost of query evaluation. There are many distributed query optimization algorithms like semi-join based algorithm, ingress algorithm, system R algorithm, system R star algorithm, hill climbing algorithm, and SDD1 algorithm. Today we will learn semi-join based algorithm. Before learning semi-join based algorithm, first we have to learn what is natural join operation. Let's recall natural join operation. When we combine rows of two or more tables based on a common column between them, this operation is called joining. So there are two tables R1 and R2 and the common column is B. So after natural join we get this table A1 B1 C1, A2 B1 C1, A1 B1 C2, A2 B1 C2 and A2 B2 C3. A natural join is a type of join operation that creates an implicit join by combining tables based on columns with the same name and data type. Take another example. So, this is student relation and this is course relation, and after joining we get this table. After performing natural join operation, we get this table. And what is the common column between these two tables? It is SNO. Based on SNO, we perform natural join operation and we get this result. Next, we have to learn what is semi-join. Semi-join matches the rows of two relations and then show the matching rows of the relation whose name is mentioned to the left side of the semi-join operator. So this is semi-join operator and left side you have to remember this word left side means what? See, there are two tables teacher and student. Okay. When I write student semi-join teacher, which table is on the left side? Student. So the output is see which one is common. This is ID, see the ID 101, 102, 103. Here 103, 104 and 105. So which one is common? 103. Okay. And left side, which table is on the left side? It is student table. See, student semi-join teacher. So you have to fetch this row only. So ID is 103, roll number is 2017-01 and marks is 80. And just if I want to do the opposite, means teacher semi-join student. So which one is common? This 103 row. Okay. So you have to fetch and left side of this semi-join operator, it is teacher table. So you have to fetch that row from the teacher table. So teacher table, it is 103 lecturer and the corresponding salary 70,000. So this is the output. Join ordering is an important aspect in centralized DBMS, and it is even more important in a distributed DBMS since joins between fragments that are stored at different sites. So different sites store different fragments or tables, and these may increase the communication time. So there are two approaches. One is optimize the ordering of joins directly, as for example, ingress algorithm, distributed ingress algorithm, system R algorithm, and system R star algorithm. Another approach is replace joins by combination of semi-joins in order to minimize the communication cost, like hill climbing algorithm and SDD1 algorithm. We will learn each and every algorithm in detail later in different videos. Direct join ordering of two relation or fragments located at different sites. Say there are two relations located at different sites. One is R, another is S. First, we have to estimate the size of R and size of S and move the smaller relation to the other side. If size of R is less than size of S, then move these relations, this R, to this side. And if size of S is less than size of R, then move this relation to this side. So, Direct join ordering of queries involving more than two relations is substantially more complex. See, if there are three sites and three sites has different tables in each site. See, EMP table is in site 1, ASC table is in site 2, and PROJ table is in site 3. So we make also assumptions about the location of these three relations and the fragment. So for this one, the join graph is this. Join ordering in fragment queries. The query can be evaluated in at least 5 different ways. Plan 1. Send EMP table to site 2. In site 2, do the natural join operation EMP natural join ASC. Say the resultant table is EMP dash. Send EMP dash table to site 3. In site 3, do the natural join operation EMP dash table with project table. Plan 2. Send ASC table to site 1. In site 1, do the natural join operation EMP natural join ASC. See, the resultant table is EMP dash. Then send EMP dash table to site 3. And in site 3, do the natural join operation with project table. So EMP dash table, natural join project table. Plan 3. Send AST table to site 3. Here in site 3, do the natural join operation AST natural join project table. So AST table, natural join project table, and the resultant relation is AST dash. Send AST dash table to site 1 and there do the natural join with EMP table. So AST dash natural join EMP. Plan 4. Send project table to site 2. In site 2, do the natural join with AST table. So project natural join AST, resultant table is PROJ dash. Send PROJ dash table to site 1 and in site 1 do the natural join with EMP table. So PROJ dash natural join EMP. Plan 5. Send both EMP table and project table to site 2 and in site 2 do the natural join with EMP, project and AST table. Now question comes how to select plans. So first we need size of each table, means size of EMP table, size of AST table and size of project table. Also size of resultant table employee join AST and size of resultant table AST join project. Semi-join based algorithm. The join of two relations R and S. There are two relations R and S. Over attribute A, their common attribute is A and stored at different sites 1 and 2. Okay. And let the size of R is less than size of S. Now we have to analysis the cost. First one is R natural join S and another one is R semi join S natural join S. So we have to analysis the cost between these two. So first we take this one R natural join S. First perform natural join R natural join S. First take this one. Send this relation R to site 2. It is in site 1. Send this relation R because the size of R is less than size of S. So send this relation to site 2. And after that here site 2 computes R natural join S. And we get after doing natural join between these two tables, we get the resultant relation. Next approach is perform the semi-joins, that is R semi-join S, join S. Now see, this is site 1, this is site 2. In site 1 table is R, in site 2 table is S. Number 1, S dash equal to pi A S. So after doing projection we get only this column A and this is S dash table. Okay. Next is send S dash to site 1. Send this table to site 1. Next, site 1 computes R semi-join is test. So this is R table, this is S test table, perform semi-join operation, and the resultant table is R test. So this is R test table. Next, send R test to site 2. So send this table to site 2. It comes to site 2. Next, site 2 computes R-test join S. R-test join S. So this is R-test table, this is S table. So this is the resultant relation. Now think, which one is better approach, the previous one or this one? Now see, in the previous case, we have to send the table R from site 1 to site 2. These tables comes from site 1 to site 2. And the later case, here we have to send S dash table from site 2 to site 1, that is pi AS, and R dash table from site 1 to site 2, that is R semi-join S test. So we can say that semi-join is better if size of pi AS, that is this table, plus size of R semi-join S, that is this table, is less than size of R. It is the case of the previous one. So the semi-join approach is better if the semi-join acts as a sufficient reducer, that is a few tuples of R participate in the join. Now see the type of questions comes in your university exam. See the question, go through the question, and if you have any query, feel free to ask comment section. For getting more and more updates, please like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.